Oh my god. Woo! That is a spicy sauce. Hello and welcome to another episode of Quizine TV, where we quiz the cuisine. Last time we began our foodie adventure in the southern Egyptian city of Aswan. We dined with the Nubians, drank some special coffee, and tried fermented fish the Egyptian way for the very first time. This time, our adventures continue in Aswan and begin in the Nubian village again. We're here in a Nubian restaurant in the Nubian village, about to have some food, about to have some dinner. We're very excited for it. And before the main dish comes out, which is pigeon, stuffed pigeon. What's it stuffed with?
Stuffed with two types of rice.
Stuffed with two types of rice. One rice resembles bulgur, the Turkish wheat. The other rice is the sort of traditional Egyptian rice that you might expect to have. Before we move on to that, we're going to try this incredible thing over here. This is a traditional Egyptian starter. It's a soup. It's called pigeon's tongue soup. Lisan asfur. That's what it's called.
Literally sparrow's tongue.
Sparrow's tongue.
Sparrow.
There you go. So it's literally supposed to be bird's tongue soup. And the reason they call it bird's tongue is because if you have a look at this, they've got bits of wheat in here. And that wheat is supposed to resemble a bird's tongue. So this soup, stuffed with wheat, has been given that incredible name. So, should we dabble?
I'm already tucked in.
Oh, you've already finished without me? Shock. All right, let's go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Comforting. Comforting, substantial soup. Don't get me wrong. I think there's a little bit of oil in there, which makes it look like dishwater. Doesn't look very appealing, but it tastes very nice. And the bits of wheat, which are supposed to look like the bird's tongue, are very soft. Actually, they're like bits of rice in texture, just a little bit softer. But it's very refreshing, very brothy, very nice. Having this with the Nile in the background as we enjoy the hospitality, the culture, the elegance of the Nubian people is making me very happy. As you can see, Mahmoud, my trusty Egyptian local, has decided to start eating without me again because he's got zero patience. But look, very traditional Egyptian piece of food item. It's the stuffed pigeon. Effectively, you get rice, you shove it in the pigeon, and you roast it nice and well until the pigeon comes out brown and crispy on the outside, and inside you've got that wonderful, wonderful rice, which you should be able to see here. I think I'm gonna go straight in. I've got half the pigeon here. This one is stuffed with the sort of common Egyptian rice I was talking about. That one there is stuffed with bulgur. Right, here we go. Pigeon is quite funny because in the UK, it's literally seen as a flying rodent. Here in Egypt, they absolutely love it. This is one of the most traditional dishes that you'll find on an Egyptian menu. By the way, that is unbelievable. The actual meat of the pigeon, really not much. It's almost just like the skin. It's a very lean bird, I guess. There's really not much meat there. The skin is wonderful, crispy, like sort of chicken skin, but the real flavor comes from the rice. That rice is very aromatic. It's clearly got a lot of pepper in it as well, so it's got quite a nice punch to it. You get a bite of the soft rice and the crispy pigeon and the skin, and it actually tastes really good. I didn't know how I was going to feel about this, but genuinely, I'm a big fan.
This rice is actually quite good.
Special rice, isn't it? Unbelievable. Pigeon, ladies and gentlemen. Small, the neglected bird over the years. Lost its reputation, been ostracized, particularly in the UK, seen as a flying rodent, but no, in Egypt, it's a delicacy. Give it a go. Traditional Egyptian food and the live Nubian entertainment were an incredible way of wrapping up our time at the Nubian village. The
The following morning, we were up early to take in all the hidden historical gems Aswan has to offer, and in so doing, worked up a big appetite for our super special late lunch.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is lunchtime. Well, actually, it's like 5:30, so it's technically dinner time, but really late lunch anyway. It doesn't really get any better than this. We're on a boat on the River Nile. Across us there is the ancient city of Aswan, and we're about to devour some incredible lunch. Fish, seafood, all of the produce here derived from the Nile. It's taken from the Nile, caught fresh in the morning, sold across the markets in Aswan, taken to the local restaurants and cooked up in such an amazing fashion. We're literally on the move. We're going from place to place, A to B, seeing what the wonderful city has to offer, and whilst we're doing so, we're enjoying some food. So now at lunchtime, what have we got here? We've got two different types of fish which are very, very popular in this part of the world. One is obviously the tilapia and the other is mullet. There are two types of fish that are enjoyed across this part of the world, across this country. And obviously here we have the incredible deep fried calamari, some squid that I'm gonna really enjoy consuming. Served up on the sides, rice that's very similar to bulgur, the thick Egyptian rice. And then we've got some tahini and some beautiful chili sauce to take it all down with. Right here as well, we've got the baladi bread to enjoy all of this with. So first things first, I'm gonna start with the tilapia. The way you eat this is you tear the top part of the fish off. That's where most of the bone lies. And then from that point onwards, once you've sort of gone through that bit, the rest is very straightforward. The fish very easily peels off like so. Now, traditionally you squeeze some lemon juice over the fish, and you've got some chili sauce and some tahini sauce here for you to enjoy with it. I'm gonna have a little bit of baladi bread, as you know by now, is an Egyptian staple. Grab some of that fish, like so, and dip it in. I'm gonna go for the chili sauce first. Oh my God. Woo! That is a spicy sauce. In all my experiences of Egypt so far, the spice really hasn't been that spicy. That's the first time I've had a chili sauce that actually hits. That's a very good sauce. The further south you come, the hotter it gets. That is apparent. We're almost at the most southern point of Egypt, and that's definitely the hottest chili I've had here. So that's very, very good. I'm gonna have a little bit of the tahini as well. Should help cool me down a little bit. Oh, that is glorious. Creamy, delicious, very tasty. Works wonderfully well with that fish, that tilapia, and this baladi bread. Okay, I've tried the tilapia. I'm gonna move on to the next one now. Now it's time for the mullet. Mullet, similar process in terms of how you eat it. I'm just gonna tear a little bit off and see how this tastes. This time, of course, I've cooked it a little bit differently because what they've done here is grilled it. Tilapia is fried, mullet is grilled. So let's go. A little bit of fish, on it goes. I'm gonna have it with tahini. That is fantastic. This fish is a little bit different. With the tahini, with the baladi, spongy, beautiful baladi bread, it all works so wonderfully well. I love the tahini flavor. This is very simple. Not too much spice, but the fish itself is so beautiful that the flavors come urging out. And we're having it on the Nile, which immediately makes everything feel so much better. Just look, surrounded on all sides, different boats, different people, amazing people, and we're enjoying their lovely cuisine. I'm also gonna try calamari, battered, deep fried, straight in the tahini. Here we go. Oh my God. We've ordered a ½ kilo here. I think we should have ordered a lot more because that is fantastic. It's Moorish, it's crispy, it's delicious. The calamari is such a good bit of seafood. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna have a little bit of chili with it. See how it goes. Woo! Very hot, very delicious. Seafood spread here in Aswan as we're sitting on an amazing boat on the Nile, taking in the wonderful views, the wonderful scenery, and also that beautiful flavor. This is what I live for. This is incredible.
To end our epic Aswani adventure, we knew we'd have to wrap up with something sweet. So we scoured the old souks of the city to find the exceptionally fluffy, sweet Egyptian dough balls called Zalabia.
Okay guys, we're now walking down the new souk of Aswan. We've just seen the old souk. Look, we're heading down. There's colors, there's aromas, there's spices, there's foods, there's incredible clothing, textile, anything. You can pretty much buy anything from here. But the thing that caught our eye was a little bit of freshly made dessert that's being put together on this stand by a local Aswanian. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Zalabia. This is basically an Egyptian donut. It's dough that's deep fried and then coated in caster sugar. And it's basically an Egyptian donut. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. It looks incredible. I'm sure it's going to taste incredible. The way the guy made it so efficiently was brilliant. It was amazing to watch. I just wanted to get involved. He demonstrated a lot of skill. His finger technique that he used to create these little balls was mesmerizing to watch. So now I'm going to tear this open as I walk down the new souk. We're going to try this amazing Egyptian donut now. Zalabia. Oh my God. That is amazing. That is incredible. Soft, spongy, warm, really sweet, but that lovely warm oil. It's just like a donut. I'd go so far as to say it's better than a donut actually. Caster sugar is amazing. Not too sweet, not too overpowering. Doesn't make you feel sick. Got the right amount of oil, right amount of sugar, right amount of bounce in the texture. This is incredible. Having it through the souk in Aswan, it makes it that little bit touch better that we all love to see. Amazing. You've got to try this one when you're here.
So that brings us to the end of Cuisine in Egypt, episode 5, and concludes our adventure in Aswan. Join us next time where we head north to Alexandria for a food rampage like none other. See you then.